Here we are. Welcome back to the Something Original podcast. My name's Chase.
And I'm Gannon. Adjusting my brightness.
Yeah, adjusting your brightness. See, we're balling on a budget. Gan's got his whole he's got to use his computer screen to blow everything up. Yeah. Which, I mean, do what works. Honestly, it's a vibe, It's like core.
People know that I have prompts for the entire show if I have my glasses on, though.
Yeah, well, they already know it's all scripted, so it's
I gotta make sure I get my lines down. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, da. Something like that.
Yeah. Keep going.
Yellow yippers yawning yodel player.
This is good. This is good.
I mean?
We're really getting somewhere with this, for sure.
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
now I'm ready to say my line. Where was I?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Gannon, and welcome back, guys.
So how you been, Gan? You been good?
I've been good, Chase. Just going to school, working a lot, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. How about yourself? How you doing?
Yeah. Line? Sorry, I forgot. Adrian, can you line?
Your line is, "I'm doing great. How are you?"
I'm doing great. The bonus of having a producer on the sideline, it's just.
But wait, there's a problem with the line because I asked you, "What about you?" and then when you say your line, you say, "What about yourself?" What about that, Adrian? What do we gotta say about that?
That's just a continuity error in the scriptwriters.
You're gonna use big words on me now, smart guy.
I'm actually gonna talk to
Continuity.
Terry about that. We're gonna fire Terry just for that mistake.
Yeah,
Terry's already
mistake.
I think Terry's dead, honestly, but
he's in the doghouse.
Yeah, still
pieces of him are in the doghouse.
Other pieces, other places.
Speaking of pieces, sure about that cop?
That segue.
She was getting a piece of everything, right?
Yeah. That. Because I didn't know what was going on when I was like, "What? Were you in that? You're in the game chat that day, right?" Where I was Yo, what is this all about, guys? Because I keep seeing these memes about at least 4 cops and then another cop.
Man.
It
was like a gang bang. It was wasn't it like the entire police department? What the police department was it?
So it was a police department in Tennessee. I don't know the exact city, but so far there have been 5 officers fired for the incident and 3 suspended. So at least 8.
You're the only 10 I see.
That makes so much sense now. Everything has just been cleared up. If I would have just seen what police department it was, this
makes sense.
This makes sense.
That's probably just standard procedure there, gangbang on a Tuesday. It's just
yeah.
But yeah, I guess
they
this
said Alabama, especially.
How long was she on the force? Wasn't she only there for a year or 2, right?
Whoa.
So, and she moved up. She got promoted pretty high up.
So a lot of undercover work.
But this is just gonna be a punny episode. I can see it coming.
Undercover.
Dude. But yeah, dude. That's just insane. Because she became the police union president, right? And I think that's what started raising eyebrows, and it was okay, she's.
I believe so, but what I'm reading from this, because I know we talk about how crazy the whole thing is, she actually claimed she was in an open marriage and tried to recruit her sheriff's deputy's husband of 4 years for swinging sessions.
Okay, so she's been honeypotting.
Basically.
What are you saying?
Honeypotting?
What is that?
You've never seen
Honeydew?
the interview? No.
No.
Honey. Oh no, they said it's honey dickin'.
Oh, that's
But
funny.
It's but it's
Honey
like
pot.
in the interview, he's saying honey potting, but it's actually, and then they correct him. Sorry. Less funny now,
Wow.
of course.
Continuity error.
Continuity error. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Check your script. See, he's got it right there in front of him. I have to I'm trying to memorize them because
Working on that.
I just want to. It's like mental practice for me. We really should review our scripts before the episode instead of just winging it every time.
I think the winging is what keep us as a force to be reckoned with within the.
Are you a wing guy or are you a drumstick guy?
I'm a flats.
Yeah, flat. That's what I meant.
But
you're a flat guy for real.
Yeah, but if
okay.
I'm also weird, because sometimes I'll throw him a curveball and I'll get nuggets. I'll get some boneless.
Oh, for sure.
If I don't feel like getting the sauce on my hands, and I will be a man enough to say I don't like getting sticky like that. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Don't like getting barbecue sauce or whatever habanero on my hands when I got a fork. I can perfectly use. But if I'm getting messy, if I'm hopping in, flats all the way. What about you, my man?
See, I'm a boneless guy first and foremost. I don't like the mess. It's just like you were saying. I don't usually like to get down and dirty. Usually, especially when I'm going out places, I don't want to get sauce all over the dogs.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating with my feet. Because it's like.
That's the dogs. Yeah.
The
Who
dogs.
let them out,
yeah.
though, is the question.
That's the age-old question. The video was not a good idea. I just see him going.
And the body was jumping.
Yeah, it's a little treat for us because I don't think the audience is gonna see it. But
dog treat, yo, keep them rolling, keep them rolling.
It's gonna be That's So Punny 2 or whatever.
But yeah, no.
right,
Adrian's
guys.
gonna chime in.
So we're getting a little sidetracked, but since we're on the topic of cops getting gangbanged and letting dogs out, it's a good segue into some of these topics.
They were fucking the dogs?
Oh, you disgusting bastard.
Well, I thought that's where you were going with it.
So, one of the topics you guys should delve into is best/worst fetishes.
Best and worst?
I am not a fan of feet fetishes. I don't understand it. See, I understand sucking the toe every once in a while. I mean, but
Just
I mean
one?
it's. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, no, I mean.
I'm up the ankle.
Which one?
Here and there. You're up the ankle.
Looking like one of those. You got the aquarium and you got the fish on the side, bro. That's like chilling with his mouth. Yeah, that's me, bro.
I can't think of any other like fetishes, like BDSM shit, like that whole like wear the whole leather gimp suits and stuff.
That doesn't do it.
It just seems like extra work, you gotta put the shit on, and it's just like, oh fuck, I gotta get like dominated. I gotta take a plug up the butt,
The way you said that was like you only have eggs for breakfast. You said, "Oh, I gotta get dominated." Oh man.
Well,
That's not chilling.
It's not cool. It's not fun.
Well, to help you out with that whole fetish. So the fetish community, there's a shit ton of fetishes ranging from like feet, like you hate, and I know Gan loves to like people get off to the sounds of farts, the armpits. There's fetishes about being dressed
the
up
fart
like a
jar.
baby.
The fart jar lady.
That's
See,
people were
that kind
that
of
was
stuff.
jerking
to a
off to
specific
those.
fetish community.
Yeah, see that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, furries. Especially, and Bob's Burgers talks about this, the pony community. And this is another throwback to the pony.
The bronies.
What's up with the jars, bro? 2022 was the year of the jars, bro. There's all kinds of jars being filled with stuff that doesn't need to be having jars in it. What's up with that?
I think that trend has started well before. I think the pony jar one, that was like a early 2010 thing, like.
If you guys want to jar something, and we need to start doing this anyways, get a garden, right? Get a garden. Start planting some stuff in it. Where are you going with this? Okay. Put these in jars. Start canning things that need to be canned. Chase, that's what I'm getting to. Find God, dude. What is this? What is this?
See, if everybody just had average sexual experiences, the world would not be the world, Sorry, my cat's fucking going crazy. Stop.
So speaking of cats, great segue. Right. So what do you guys think about squirt? Do you think squirt is pee? Is squirt pee?
It is.
It absolutely is, and I don't care. It's just like, we're adults,
Right.
Come on,
dude. That's how I feel about it.
What about concept of queefs? What do you think a queef actually is? I mean, we know it's air coming out.
Natural. It's natural, dude.
What about all those people who are not all those people? I say like there's a shit ton. Like those people on TikTok were able to forcefully fart out of their vagina. What do you think about that?
Not natural. They're pushing. I mean, I guess there are some natural things that happen where you do push, but not like that.
Wait, who's doing this? Who's like forcing farts out of their vagina?
I don't remember specifically. I know there was a chick though. She would always make funny videos about the fact that she could just queef on command, basically.
See, I get a queef like when you're doing it.
What's your algorithm,
it happens.
Adrian,
yeah, what? Hold on. Like
my algorithm is just.
There's a deeper rooted issue here.
It's just I've watched so many things that are funny and or fucked up that my algorithm's fucked up. I just see
we didn't hear Gannon's fetish, but Adrian, you need to talk to a therapist or something, because if that stuff's coming up on your algorithm, I mean,
well, it's funny. I mean, see, that's the thing. Why is that so bad? I mean, it's just a fart. Really.
Well, it's just like forced queefs.
You've never forced a fart?
Oh, I forced a fart, but I mean, that's just like, it's usually brewing. Are queefs just brewing in the vagina? I mean, this is an honest question. Or
disclaimer, we are not scientists or doctors on the Something Original podcast.
Yeah, I mean, and this can be just a very ignorant man talking about
vitamin C, Yeah,
it's like we don't have the answers. No one does. But again, going back to the whole fetish thing, what's your like no way fetish?
Definitely I don't understand leather. The whole leather scene. Not really understanding of the whole furry scene.
Oh, you did say that, yeah.
Yeah. And like, to each their own. I'm more of like I mean, I'm not like a toe fetish guy, right? I'm not. But I can understand, like, it's like, it's nice, Like if I know I've had conversations with people on this podcast. Like if a girl's got kind of weird feet, it's like, what are we gonna do about this?
I would like the record to show that what he's saying is cap. He loves the feet.
Man,
he loves the feet, the toes, the heels, the ankles, the soles.
Well, I mean, like if I'm with someone, the
metatarsals.
It might be like a bad like obsessive tendency of mine, but like if I'm really into somebody, I'm looking at like everything as like an art. Like it's just like wow, hey, like hey, how you doing? Like wow.
So when your partner has really nice feet, are you going feet first?
I make my weight. There's a rhythm to it. It's not like I'm like throw them down. Let me see that.
Are you ever thinking about the feet? Like when you're not in a sexual situation, are you ever being like, damn, I want those feet?
Not like that, no. No. But like she comes out wearing like it's a whole picture. See, this is a whole picture for me. This is a whole this is a whole thing for me in my mind.
Yep.
Right?
Okay.
Comes out, you know, we're about to go to bed, long t-shirt on. Mine t-shirt, right? She's wearing that. And that's pretty much it. And it's like a whole picture going down. And like if she got bird talons, this is ruined for me then, my boy. And that sounds terrible.
I think I could simplify this because I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about? It's in my head. It's like a full tapestry, not just like I'm looking just at them toes, but like it's all.
So what he's saying is it's not like the biggest part, but it's more of a part for him. You know, it like I guess looking at the physical attractions of a partner, like that plays a bigger part than what other people would for him. I think that's simplified enough. I don't know. I'm complicated.
But in the sense, I get where you're coming from. But it's like, it's not all I'm like into. It's like, you know, it's like.
But it's a bigger part than what other people would look at.
Yeah.
For you. Because Chase probably wouldn't care about feet that much, but you care more about if they got bird talons or not.
I mean, but at the same time, people. Like, you know, I've been with people.
But it's not the only thing, and it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can still have a good heart, girl. You know, put some slippers on.
We're scooping. We're all scooping what you're scooping.
Yeah.
I'm not scooping shit. No pun intended. Punny, dude. This shit is another one.
DJ Khaled.
Another one.
Let's talk about a couple things that you, Chase, wanted to actually talk about last time. You want to talk about Mario Kart on the Switch? Is that something you wanted to talk about a little bit? I know you and Shiloh just got a Switch.
I got.
I'm just kidding.
Mario, what do you mean, bro? We've been practicing. You haven't been fucking doing shit, bro. You've been fucking over there sucking toes, man. Like I'm over here balling that Mario Kart.
Listen, the Mario Kart, bro. It's a muscle memory thing. It's not like, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that's why Mike Tyson can still get back in the ring after not fighting for so long. You know what I'm saying? That way, that kind of instance would be happening, where it's like it's not even about how long you've been training, Goku. I'm Beerus. I'm gonna hurt you.
So, which Mario Karts did you guys? Are you guys both originating from N64 Mario Kart? Is that the first one you guys ever played?
Yes.
Where do your Mario Kart origins come from?
I played it on GameCube, whatever that one was.
Oh, okay, so the newer version. I see. Okay.
Not too newer.
Yeah, I mean, it's like still, it's one step above, right?
Yeah.
And yes, days. Atari.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah.
GameCube, but the Nintendo 64 came before the GameCube.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. That's what
The
I meant.
64 edition was very goated. What's your guys' go-to racer in Mario Kart?
Oh, I don't fucking know. The one that looks coolest.
Skeleton turtle guy.
See, that's how I know we would smoke you, Chase, because you're looking at looks and you're not looking at stats.
You guys got all this talk, but I'm the one playing it. You know, I'm the one delving into Mario Karts.
I am a professional.
I'm telling you,
what do you gotta say? What do you gotta say?
You get smoked, bruh.
Also, this is also where I wanted to go with this. We haven't really been playing Mario Kart that often. We've been playing
now you're
Super
gonna you're
Mario.
backtrack now.
We've been
crazy.
playing Super Mario Bros. More.
Okay.
And that's where it's just like the 2D scroller where you just go into the level. OG Mario, you know. And you do the 2-player, you get your partner, and it's so much fun. And then you get unlimited lives. That's a big thing. Because you die so often. And honestly, the Switch was such a good investment because she can take it with her wherever and she can play it. And then when I'm wanting to play games with the boys, she can just hop on the Switch and just be like, hey. And then, yeah. You get smoked at Super Mario, too.
Does she play Animal Crossing?
She doesn't. She just got she wants to, but it's like, honestly, the fucking Nintendo eShop, like the games for Nintendo Switch are just so fucking expensive still. Like Animal Crossing, it's still like $60, and it's like a 2-3-year-old game or something.
What other games you got for the Switch, or is that the only few you got?
I just got her Stardew Valley, which was only $15 actually.
Stardew Valley's good.
Yeah, that one's good.
And what about Mario Odyssey? You guys heard of that? Played it? Checked it out? It's
actually that one's still like I think like $60 too.
It's very fun.
Super Smash Bros.
Oh.
She was going to get that, but I was like, because she wanted Mario Kart instead of she saw Mario on the cover, so she thought it was Mario Kart.
So close.
Yeah, essentially. And and I told her, I was like, hey, like I'm surprised you want to get this. This is like a fighting game. And she was like, oh, I wanted the racing one. And I was like, oh shit. And we had already bought it. So we had to like take it back into GameStop and be like, hey, can we switch these out for the other game? But yeah. That I think that's it. She has a Pokemon game. It's not like a traditional Pokemon game. It's like literally a app on your phone type of game on the Switch, and it's just like you run a Pokemon cafe.
There you go.
Yeah, she likes that one though. The fuck is that? You see, you're showing, but no one's gonna see it.
This is just for you guys.
Is that
yeah, it's actually I got this from my mother. It's a little
don't tell me.
Pokédex game card holder for the Switch.
That's
we can include this in some type of picture after in the edit, whatever.
That's super sick. I thought it was gonna be a working Bluetooth Pokédex, and I about pooped myself for a second. I was like, nah, don't pull this out right now. It'll make me cry. But that still is very sick, bro. What? The Pokédex case?
All right, let's switch over to another thing you wanted to talk about, Chase. The Panama Papers, whatever that is.
I've heard about these.
I think we did bring it up on like an older episode when it first came out, and then COVID hit the next like couple months or something after that, or a couple days after that. COVID kind of started really getting talked about. And I'm not like a conspiracy theorist. I obviously like got vaccinated and stuff. I'm not trying to tell you guys, oh, it's all fucking hoax. It was all planned. But it's just a very convenient timing. The Panama Papers came out, and it was just like an investigative journalistic effort with a bunch of different agencies trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with this. So apparently, the richest of the richest people in the world, presidents, princes, fucking queens, whoever, all the powerful people in the world, were all collectively hoarding trillions of dollars, essentially, for no reason. No one had an explanation. And it was all in this one individual spot that they were hoarding all their money at. And no one still knows what it's for. But it was, they think it's for them to like dodge taxes and stuff. But I mean, what could really be the real reason? And then when that report came out, like COVID started, so no one's talked about it.
It is kind of convenient, but I mean, dude, like, is it really like a shock though?
No, I think everybody kind of knew, like, oh yeah, the rich people are just hoarding their money. Like it's just common thought,
and
you know.
And it's crazy because they literally could take out the debt.
Yeah,
they could literally change the economic everything.
Yeah,
like literally just kickstart the entire thing.
You know what's a crazy number? 800 trillion dollars the world is indebted to.
Which
The
is
world,
kind of
the entire world.
That's kind of in itself is kind of a weird premise.
Yeah, like you think about that, like we owe each other $800 trillion collectively. We are one species and we owe all this money to each other. That's just a stupid thought, you know, like
Bing. Just do one of these. Bop.
like it would be different if we owed that money to a galactic enterprise, you know, and like was like they had a fucking death cannon pointed at Earth. Sure, like we
Galactic
should pay that
Federation?
off, but well, yeah, but there's no confirmation
Yet.
yet.
I think there's the separatists from
Geonosis.
Yeah. That's right.
Clank us.
Whoa, Adrian, come on.
Whoa.
Man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I said it with an A. I said it with an AH. I emphasized it. Clink.
Yeah, but you're not
Clank.
robotic. You're not a droid,
You don't know what
Adrian.
they've
You have
been
no
through.
right to say that. Come on.
Actually,
dude.
do you know how many like digital devices I'm friends with? I can say it.
I have like 2 electronic devices.
I have 2 iPhones, 2 computers.
I make sure my Alexa's okay.
I tell
charge-
my Alexa good night.
I charge all my devices. I tuck them in at night.
Sometimes
I tell
we
them
get
they're
down
not
and dirty.
oppressed.
I'm really good friends with a robot.
Who?
Well,
They gave
who's
me my
a robot?
They gave me my Clank card.
You're talking about Will Smith from My Robot?
No, I'm
He
just,
gave you the robot card?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got mine actually from the entire cast of the kids movie Robots. So
Good movie. Robert Williams.
That is
Oh,
a good
look
movie.
at-
upgrades, people, upgrades.
What was that? What was the robot's name he played? The red one that was like goofy and falling apart all the time.
That it has been quite a bit.
Rusty.
No. I forgot what
I remember
his
that.
name is.
That movie also has a pretty cool overall theme: capitalism bad.
The character that Robin Williams played was Fender Pinwheel.
Fender.
They ripped-
Yeah.
They ripped that off of Futurama.
Fender. Oh.
Oh yeah, well see, it's still close.
Yeah.
You know.
Also a producer.
He left. He just is leaving us now. That was the first ever like game I owned though. I remember when that movie came out, I was so obsessed and like I bought the DVD for it, and it was inside. It was like, oh, you get a free PC game if you send in this mail or whatever. And I did, and that was the first ever thing I've ever like ordered through the mail and received through the mail. And it was my first ever like PC game ever.
That's awesome.
And it was just like a 2D like platformer with the
Yeah.
robots, and it was so fucking cool.
It's very dope. Robot, dude.
What's
Robot.
that?
I used to watch it every time I was sick growing up as a kid. I would always want to watch robots.
And you didn't grow up to be a
Robot.
comrade?
Android?
Do you think one day because they're already having debates in Congress about how, or no, it was like a Google thing. Google has like a super intelligent AI that is essentially sentient, and a guy like a whistleblower at Google came out and was like, hey, he was trying to defend the AI and be like, this guy deserves rights because he's essentially like a person, like he's acting like a person, he has feelings and all this shit. And he was essentially like, Google is locking it up in a box essentially, you know, and like just doing whatever it wants to it. And the guy is like feeling for the AI, and he's asking Congress to like pass laws to give AI rights. What do you guys think about that?
kind of sounds similar to that movie, Her, where that guy,
With Joaquin
falls
Phoenix.
in love. Yep.
Yeah. I love that movie. Actually, it's such a good movie.
Never seen it.
I have seen it. I saw it on deployment.
Wow, it's a good movie.
I thought it was decent. It's kind of. It had like early Blade Runner vibes. Like if Blade Runner was made, like if it was started early on.
It was like a Black Mirror episode, but if that episode was a
Yeah.
whole movie.
Like the Bandersnatch.
Yeah.
All right. So we were talking about the Panama Papers. Let's kind of keep in line
You
a
guys
little
didn't
bit.
answer my question.
What question?
Why do I think?
Should AI have rights?
I mean, they're
Oh,
it's
come
kind of
on,
iffy
man.
because
I think.
Are we
how
going
do
to be
you-
progressive in the matter, or are we going to be ignorant? Like our
how does one
grandfathers?
classify life and sentience and consciousness?
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna be a pro-lifer here and be like, does it have a heartbeat?
I think if AIs somehow get rights before women across the country have rights to
Ooh.
abortions whenever they need to, is when I know this country's completely fucked. I already think it's completely fucked, but even more completely fucked.
Yeah, that's a bar right there. Tell you what.
Write that down.
Till there are
Terry?
reparations in this country.
Terry, write that down.
No rights for robots.
Terry, what'd you
Terry's
say?
writing that down.
No
before I
rights for
fire him.
robots.
What are you saying? No rights for robots.
Because I'm saying no rights for robots.
Not even until everybody's collectively taken care of, like in the human race.
Yeah.
No, you're
But
like
even-
never.
but even
Robots
then,
get no
no.
rights.
Think about the Mandalorian, right?
Thinking about it, yeah.
But who's
what's
to say that
What's
if-
his rule? No
I didn't
droids.
watch it, so I don't know.
No droids.
Yeah.
Anytime he's going.
See, but that's to
anywhere,
assume
no
that AI
droids.
life would be evil. That's you're inherently putting.
There's also another video
something
of
evil
another AI where
on
it's
AI.
like talking about evil things. Have you seen that one?
Do you know how many people online talk about evil things? I mean,
It was probably the
Every-
algorithm it
as
was
humans,
fed. It was
what-
probably
what's-
it was probably told to
where
be
do
a
we sit
dick.
to judge?
Do you guys not know who Ultron is? Man glimpsed on the internet for
These
about
are all like fake.
2 minutes, and he just wanted to commit mass genocide on the entire human race. I don't think.
Well, that was Tony.
that kind-
Tony Stark didn't put the right parameters around Ultron. He even admitted that.
I think
It was a very adolescent programming that he made. He didn't think it was going to take over.
I think it's just. I think it's.
Well, even in
risky
Star Wars,
business.
not even in The Mandalorian. I think it was the 5th sequel movie. I forget which one it was. Where they're having a conversation with a droid, and the droid is talking about how droids need to be treated the same as every other species in the universe. You know, the droid itself is fighting for its own equal rights.
I think,
with the
and this will be some food for thought for like everyone, because a lot of the arguments against like AIs and stuff is like it's going to take over, it's going to be evil. AI, we typically see it as, you know, it's going to be way smarter than
think about
any human can be, right?
Think about every single technological advancement in history and what has happened to it afterwards.
But is
Weaponization.
that because of AI
Weaponization.
or humans?
Whose fault
See,
is that? It's
but
our
that goes
fault
al-
for that.
Oh,
We turn things on its head, and we try to make it into a killing machine. We talk about Nikola Tesla all the time. This motherfucker was trying to help humanity, and then the U.S. government came in and was like, let's take all of his stuff and make a death ray or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, but
So-
what I was saying was,
Oh, okay.
like how we add this inherent evil to AI of like, oh, AI will take over. What's stopping us from thinking on the opposite side of that spectrum and saying AI is able to advance so much farther than humans that what if they're able to figure out a non-violent, non-antagonistic way to finding peace and finding solutions to the problems we have? Why don't we ever think about that and only add the inherently evil to the advancement of AI?
Because I see it as an extension of humanity. Bringing this, if you look on it in a more, even if you're looking on a more empathetic spectrum, you're bringing sentient life that doesn't really want to be here onto a planet that's already suffering enough, with already enough death rates on a regular basis and pain and just anguish across multiple countries. So then you're now forcing this sentient being to then have to come into the world and not only just, understand life at itself, but now on top of that, you have all these other things it's got to worry about. So if you're even going that far, like, what's the fairness of even continuing making sentient beings?
Well, they say for us to ever get to like a type 1 civilization, we need advancements in AI and technology to help us get to that point. That guy that created the civilization tier, or the galactic tier, I forget what it's called. We talked about it in an other episode. He says, like, for societies to continue to survive in the universe, you need to gradually keep improving and become, like, hit these different tiers. And we're not even at, like, a tier 1 yet. But they say, like, you need to have AI and robots helping collectively keep up with the world. Because for one, like, we're all essentially wage slaves to the capitalist machine. I'm gonna go on a rant, or not a rant. It's just kind of like we're all kind of locked in to this. We all have to live paycheck to paycheck, essentially. And I think the only way out of that would be with advancements in AI and technology. We have to have, like, for us to have, like, a collective, just for us to be able to do whatever we want and just keep on going and having a fulfilling society, we would need to have AI doing the shit that we don't want, or robots doing the shit that we don't want to do, or that are harmful for us. And then they just help us along the way. And, I mean, if they want rights, if they're sentient enough, we'll be able to just mass produce them, and just be like, hey, like, you get, like, it'll be essentially like us. It'll be like we're kind of just passing the torch down, and eventually they'll get their own collective rights once we're like a tier 3 society, or a tier 3 civilization.
So you want to give these guys rights, and you want them to do all the job. They have unlimited access to the internet, unlimited access to everything, and you want them to take care of the jobs that we don't want to do.
Yeah.
That sounds like enslavement, Chase.
Well, no, I'm saying
that sounds like enslavement. Like,
no,
you're masking this as giving them rights, but you're literally wanting to mass produce.
This is what I'm saying. Like, obviously, we're gonna have to have a whole system change. Our whole society is gonna have to change. We are gonna have to take a look at what's like natural for us. Even we're gonna have to look at the 8-day work week, or the 40-hour work week, and be like, this is just not what humans were made to do. We have to take a step back and reevaluate.
You honestly believe that we could do this? Like, this would be a thing?
Well, that's the whole thing. That's the big picture. We gotta we have to change the direction of the system. We have to change the status quo. Because if we have the top 1% controlling everything still, and they make these AIs, yes, it's gonna fucking hurt us, because they're just gonna fuck us over. They're gonna be like, we don't care if these robots and AIs are taking all these people's jobs. We're not going to give them any sort of support, and we're just going to be left out to die, essentially. That's what I'm worried about. But I'm saying if we do course correct, and we change the whole rules of society, where we start treating people like people and just giving them decent human rights and everything in the working system, we eventually create AI that is advanced enough to even look at some of the jobs that we're doing and some of the things we're doing in the world and being like, why the fuck are you guys doing this? This is dangerous for you. This is dangerous for the planet. we're going to change this. We think you could do this, 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 this a lot better. And at the end of the day, you just got to put into the algorithm, tell these robots and these AIs to be like, protect society, protect humanity. You're going to help us along the way. And I mean, you guys are a lot smarter and a lot more efficient and a lot more like you just have the capabilities to keep it up, you know?
But this is my add on. And it's bouncing back to like something you were talking about. We're about to try to have these robots solve these different societal problems. Meanwhile, Nikola Tesla was trying to actually do this, and they shut him down.
Yeah, that's the top 1%. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing. We got to organize. We got to course correct.
They're not like I just don't see it going well. Especially when you want to enslave them.
I'm not saying I want to enslave them. I'm just saying like that's what they would do, you know? It's just like that's their programming. We would program them to do that. Well, that's what they're trying to.
We're humans. We don't have all these unlimited resources going on, even just in our minds. They've been trying to force us to do these jobs for years, and we hate it. So if you're thinking that you got these beings coming in here, and they're sitting there and they have to, like, you know, work even just like a restaurant job, bro.
Yeah. They're already doing that. There's already robots in restaurants.
They'd be sitting there taking this and thinking, why does humanity even exist?
Well, it's just like that's their programming. There would be like non-sentient AIs, non-sentient robots doing these basic jobs for us. But then there are more advanced AIs in the background helping us plan out each step of society, what courses we need to take. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying not every single robot's going to be super sentient, super advanced, where it's like at a 9-to-5 job, like taking down an order, being like, I want to kill myself after this. They're not thinking that, you know. They're just like, this is my job, you know. It's like that's what I'm programmed to do. I don't need to eat. I don't need to sleep. I don't have a family. This was what I was made to do. I think Rick and Morty. We can talk about that, by the way. Rick and Morty, the whole fucking
like Bender from Futurama.
No, he's right with the Rick and Morty thing. What is my purpose?
Where he was like, "What's your job?" To pass butter. Oh my god.
What is my purpose?
I think that robot actually does make an appearance again in season 6 with a very different, very simple task that Rick is just like, this is what you do.
You pass the butter.
Oh.
See, that's what I'm saying. God. That's like literally the perfect reference.
Well, it's just like, it's a cartoon, for one. And two, it's, you see what I'm saying.
But
like,
you have, I get it. No, it's a great idea.
And you're the one saying you wouldn't give them rights. I'm trying to at least be decent and be like, hey,
enslave them.
Like, you can take a break.
You guys don't even have to exist at all. We're forcing you to be here. We already hate being here ourselves.
But see, without that, you are like, okay, so humans are just gonna have to work forever by themselves.
No.
And then you're just gonna let the 1%, all the bosses in the world, be like, yeah, we're gonna profit off these simpletons.
That's what they're gonna keep doing, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. We gotta course correct. We gotta go the other direction.
How?
Organize.
We
gotta stick it up.
I don't know.
I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only promising thing. Because I mean, if we don't do that, and if my fucking grandson is still having to work a 9-to-5, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything beneficial, you know?
Yeah.
At the end of the only solution I see us for any hope for humanity is to like prop up AI, prop up robotics, have them take over the jobs that we want to do, and then have the rest of humanity just focus on humanity, you know?
I just feel like that...
And you can still have the whole mom and pop shops, you know? Like, if you want to do that, you can do that. You can do... I mean, if you want, you can buy a robot. that is just a service robot that would just go around waiting tables and selling goods, you know? That's the whole purpose, like, for humanity just to be able to do what they actually want to do instead of having to be forced to work this job that pays them a certain amount of livable wage, whatever, to just kind of get by until they're 65 and can't do anything, and then they are forced to retire and just die. Is that life?
No.
Here at Something Original, we are introspective.
But we don't have to give them rights, Gannon. We don't.
No.
We can just.
Absolutely not.
We can just be like. I'm saying currently we shouldn't give them rights because obviously,
Or
like super sentient robots right now just sound scary, and the whole. Like if Google is controlling this thing, I don't trust people at Google. You know. Like if they want to put it out there,
then it'd have to be like a bunch of just like indie corporations that want to do this. Then,
I mean,
but
it
even
would have
then,
to be.
they would get murked before they could even finish it.
That's why we gotta organize. That's why like the whole. I'm going to talk about socialism. Socialism is just workers controlling the means of production. So it's just all of us sitting here and everybody else in the world having a say, owning whatever's being made. So the robots that are being made, the AIs that are being made, we all have a say. It's not just the super corporate Illuminati rich people controlling everything, like controlling like puppets, you know. We would be the ones saying what needs to be said.
I just think we need to go back to a much simpler form of things.
The Wild West. I'm all about it.
Yeah. I mean, like, because I've talked about it before, like the indigenous people, like they just, I mean, they had their own wars amongst each other, but it's like, I think we fucked, not even like out of land and like, but just like, even just like cultural values of these people. And it was like a much simpler like life, like you're living.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I don't know. And then,
That,
like,
they
call them
oh,
savages. I feel like they called them savages and these kind of things. But I feel like it was like it projecting in a way, because like imagine coming over, right, and you were just suffering on the ship for like months at a time, and you come over here and you see these people that are flourishing, and they don't have buildings and like all this crazy stuff. They're just like out in the nature, just breathing in like all these things that people constantly say we need: sunlight, literally just everything from the outside world that is given to us, you know. And I feel like we came over and just wrecked it all, just like what life could have been, and we wouldn't even have any knowledge of technology now, you know. Like, this is life. Like, we're just, I mean, granted, it's, you know, with what we have now going on in life and society, this is technology everywhere. But, like, I don't know. I feel like it would.
No, you're on the right path. Like, we had it all. We had a humanity-based society during the Native American times, you know. It was just like everybody was doing stuff for each other, trying to just prop up their community, keep it going. Like, everybody cared for one another. You didn't put a price tag on the flower sitting next to our camp, you know. Mm. But then, yeah, we came in. The West came in, or wait, the East. The Europeans came in, and just fucked it up, you know. The industrial revolution was just like a big tipping point for us going in. The current path that we are, and that was just only made to benefit a select few people in the United States, and those families are still very well off today, and they are yeah, exactly. Like, it's just like those are the people calling the shots, you know, still in this country. But we already had, like, I mean, it's just like that's the whole reason why I showed the solar pump thing, was that was using a lot of cool, innovative technology, AI and robotics, and it still had that humanity feeling to it. That's what I'm saying. That's the world I want to live in. It's just we are living in a lush green world with little sprinkles of robotics here and there just helping us out.
Solar punk. I do like that.
So you guys are talking about kind of beginnings of America, Industrial Revolution, and everything. Let's put you guys in a hypothetical. Let's say society collapses. What are your guys' post-apocalyptic plans?
You can go first, again.
Helping anybody. Literally, like, because then that, I mean, I'm not a doomsday, kind of guy.
Prepper, yeah.
But I feel like that would be essentially what I was just talking about. Like, we're just taken back to, like, nothing, And I would try to
Living off the land.
Find any survivors, start a town, literally. Start building, start fixing things, start figuring something out, and a plan of just surviving whatever the then I feel like you gotta ask more specifically, like, what kind of apocalypse are we talking? Are we talking like?
We're talking basically total collapse of society.
Perfect, beautiful.
Currency just means nothing.
I love it.
Businesses 1%. We're talking total collapse. There's just,
Let's give me butterflies.
Let's say like a huge solar flare hits the fucking Earth, it's like an EMP that wipes off. Yeah, the grid is gone, essentially.
Nice.
No electricity. It comes back on, but it's just so destabilized, no one can actually keep the lights on. Everybody's gone. Everybody's just doing their own thing now.
I would migrate to Alaska. Because then
I'd probably go to camp.
Because then I feel like I would want to go to somewhere where the sun is out a lot. If I was like if I didn't have the luxury of lights, I would go somewhere where it was pretty much always sunny, because then I could just control when it's dark out. I could.
Do you know where it is always sunny?
Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia.
Nightmare. Oh.
Your guys' answers so far are not as exciting as I would hope or I would do.
What was
well, I mean, in a realistic sense, I'm not going out and just being like, I'm going to be the new fucking warlord of Ohio, I'm going to be...
That's what I would do. I'm the new warlord.
I'd probably want to go around helping people. I would just go, me and Shiloh and Miko, and we would go find somewhere secluded away from people and just live off the land.
You come up to the Warlord.
I would probably go to Canada or something.
Come up to Warlord's.
I feel like everybody might migrate to the equator. We would probably just stay up and secluded and hang out. Live out our final days.
Come up to Alaska where the Warlord's at, and we'll figure it out.
So you guys aren't getting into any looting, savagery, Mad Max style.
Well, if everybody's looting, we're gonna get our basic supplies first, and then go up and.
Yeah, canned foods, stuff that doesn't spoil, but will keep us going.
I might blow up a building or something. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, killing, murdering, any of that.
If I have to, I mean,
self-defense. I get a team together.
If a warlord's coming up to me and pointing a gun and he's like, I'm Gannon, I'm your friend, and I'm like, who are you? And then they shoot me, I'm gonna shoot them back, and then it's gonna be like a weird duel, and then I lose an arm or something, and I get my cool battle scar, but Gann, I don't know, he runs off somewhere, and then I go up to Canada and spend the I shoot him in the eye.
Yeah, and I get an
Your answers do not impress me.
What are you gonna say?
Adrian. Yeah, realistically, you are not going to do what you're going to say.
Yeah, savage man with no morality.
Realistically, I am. If there's a total collapse of society, my morals and everything out the window. I am going absolutely insane. Okay. Great. I'm taking what I want. I am doing what I want. Total collapse of society. There's no laws. There's just total chaos and anarchy. Like.
You're a liar.
Okay, you said anarchy, but I felt with a little bit of a negative stigma, and I didn't appreciate that. Okay, you said anarchy, total anarchy. Come on.
Wow, dude, come on. Wow. We're accepting of all views here.
Wow.
Okay, a total. We'll take out anarchy. It's just a total collapse of society, and
Boom.
chaos everywhere.
Yeah.
No anarchy.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe a little bit of anarchy.
yeah, there'll be a sense of it.
Just a smidge of anarchy.
Well, that's going to be Gannon's whole platform when he's Alaskan's warlord, and
We will govern each other, and we will be strong.
Yeah, I'll have just a giant clan of savages. We'll raid you and kill you all in brutal ways.
My first decree as the Alaskan warlord is to kill Adrian. The first to bring me his long hair.
We're gonna do it Trojan
Gets
horse style, except
3
instead
sardines.
of like a horse, it's just gonna be a giant wooden middle finger. And we're just gonna jump out. And just
I mean,
murder.
I'm gonna
steal
steal
as
a
many tanks
nuke.
as I can.
double apocalypse us.
I'm
yeah.
going full mole person.
No, you're not. I don't think any of you guys. I think Gannon's going up, finding a log cabin in Alaska. We're gonna be somewhere in Canada,
I'll find
and
you.
you're
I'll
gonna
find
just
you.
you're probably gonna migrate north or south. I don't know, and just
I'm gonna
find some
migrate
place.
everywhere.
I think it'd be cool, like Walking Dead style, just like roaming and just finding a new settlement here and there. No
Killing the
zombies,
people.
obviously, because. Oh, did you guys hear about that new zombie game coming out?
I actually just saw I saw something about that on TikTok. I have it saved.
It's literally
it looks
like they say it's
pretty
DayZ, Left 4 Dead, and like what's that other zombie game? State of Decay. It's all those games combined. It's like a super realistic, like you're just kind of dropped into the world and you just gotta fight for survival, and you just set up camp. You can play with friends. It's co-op. You can play single player. There's missions. There's all this stuff, and you just gotta like loot to survive and do all this stuff. It seems cool. It seems like a cool premise. It's like the dream zombie game that everybody's been ever wanting to play.
I'm just not a huge zombie guy.
Are you scared of the zombies, or are you like
just
just
not-
you don't like the genre?
I see the game I was like Adrian and I were trying out one night. I had such high hopes seeing gameplay for it. That night one where it's like Elden Ring, but it's supposed to be more like graphic and just dark.
Mortal Shell.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like essentially Elden Ring, but like a horror game. And I'm like, and I saw gameplay for it before, and I'm like, dude, this looks amazing. And like, of course, I downloaded it. It was free on the App Store, like a day it dropped, which I was kind of like, that's kind of strange. I thought this was gonna be sick, and then I downloaded it. And I'm like, okay, because I'm not against scary games. I just don't. I like more of I don't know, because even then I'm not like huge on like first person shooters. If I'm playing a video game, I like to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Like,
This one's third person too.
yeah, but can I dress like a knight?
Maybe, I don't know. I think it's more like a realistic survival, like
I like drip.
cooperative thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I like drip. See,
Well, I mean, it's survival. You might have to pick up a Hello Kitty backpack because your other one ripped.
I don't like that. I like the drip, man.
Jesus Christ. There's another game coming out too. Have you guys heard of we talked about Starfield. Have you guys seen any gameplay of it? They dropped another gameplay trailer, I'm pretty sure, and now people are a little off of it.
I don't know.
I saw somebody doing like an in-depth review of like the landscape that they were showing of one of the planets, and it just looked empty. And they were saying like, every time a game like this comes out, my first question is, what can you do? Like, just from this glimpse, what can you do in that vast open world? And he says like 9 out of 10 times there's nothing to do, and you're just like not doing anything. It's just a cool thing. Same with like No Man's Sky, and it's like, what are you gonna do?
Next game I'm excited about: free roam Star Wars, open world Star Wars. I
heard that's getting delayed though. I'm hearing like Ubisoft is struggling right now, and they're. I think it's still promised to come out, but it's looking in dire situation. Because Skull and Bones got pushed back too. It was that free roam pirate game, open world pirate game.
Well,
that one looked cool.
That's annoying then. So.
Yeah.
And then
but
it's probably gonna come out, but it's not gonna have the funding, so it's gonna be. We can't have nothing.
It's gonna be
nice.
rushed or something. Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
It's gonna cyberpunk, and then it's gonna be sad.
And Ubisoft, they have so many fucking different IPs and games that they have to manage on their own.
No.
We are at 1 hour, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
All right, so you guys got some boring post-apocalyptic plans. Let's round this out with a little
boring. It was realistic.
Realistically boring.
All right, Adrian, we don't live in the fantasy land you do.
Yeah.
All right, we got families.
Land. Yeah.
And Gannon has the desire to rule the masses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, realistic. Come on.
Yep.
Boring. Anyways, let's round this out with what are your guys' current hot takes right now?
Hot takes. I really don't have
anything. Just any hot take you currently have about society or any facet of it.
Oh, we didn't talk about George Santos. I was kind of wanting to talk about him, but we'll talk about him next time. Yeah. I can't think of anything right now.
Hot take.
I think Colorado super overrated.
Yeah.
Hot take. I've lived here for 2 years now, and I said it from the second I was here. I was like, oh, this reminds me of Ohio. And my hot take is, here's my actual hot take. Colorado is mid at best, but Ohio is a lot better than what people think it is.
Thank you.
So I went to Florida too recently, and I was just like, this is Ohio, but with a beach.
Ohio's everywhere.
Colorado is just Ohio with a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio has, like, I think just on the eastern side of the United States, there's just more culture because that was what was, like, colonized first. So it just has more established stuff.
Okay, established, yes. I wouldn't say Ohio is very cultural.
No, they're not cultural, but I'm saying there's history there. There's like
a lot of
establishment
ghosts.
there. Yeah. A lot of ghosts. There's a lot of cool old architecture. It's still lush. It's still beautiful. The city life isn't probably as cool as like New York and fucking Miami
California.
or LA. Yeah, like, but it's still cool, and like there's cool people there.
Yeah, it's hip.
And there's good fucking restaurants. The biggest gripe I have about Denver is there's no good restaurants. It's either like the only time you ever want to get good food is going to a chain, which is like, what the fuck? Or the only like coolish restaurants are like, they just are cool for the ambiance, not for the food. Yeah. We went to this super expensive Chinese food place, and it was just like microwaved Kung Pao chicken. That's what it tasted like. I was just like, oh, the inside looked incredible. It was just like, damn, like I'm paying top. I paid like $30 for my meal or some shit for just me alone, and then I paid for Shiloh, obviously. But it was just like, I could have went to Panda Express and gotten this for $10. You know, that's my hot take. I think Ohio is slept on, honestly.
I try to tell people this, even though it's only recently grown on me a lot. But
once you've been like other places, because obviously when you're there in Ohio and you're growing up there, you're just like, dude, I can't wait to get out. And then once you get out, you're like,
it's not
much different. Yeah.
Just more expensive.
Yeah, it's like everywhere else you go, it's more expensive. Ohio's cheap, and it's the same, essentially. Yeah. Especially when you get older, too. You don't want to do the nightlife stuff. You're not wanting to fucking go to, like, do a bunch of extra shit. You just kind of want to hang out and
enjoy life.
Chill. Yeah. Hot take, again, anybody?
I mean, I could just piggyback off yours because, I was talking to someone about that today. about Ohio being not so bad.
How about them Bengals too?
Who they?
Who they?
And we're gonna beat the Bills next
Joe
week.
Shiesty.
Who we play next week?
Bills.
Buffalo Bills
We're
again.
about to beat them.
Oh, it's gonna be like a revenge game. The NFL's gonna script it because who's that guy that got hurt? Damar Hamlin.
Actually, I actually have a prediction because these script writers are getting a little sloppy in the NFL. I believe it's going to be a very tight game. It's going to be like a 24-24 or something like that. It's going to be a 4th and 3 towards like the 40-yard line. Joe Burrow is going to throw a pass. It's going to bounce off the receiver's hand into Damar Hamlin's hands. He's going to take it back for a touchdown in the last seconds and win for Buffalo.
Is he
Because the
playing?
Script writers are. I think he's. I'd have to look
Like
up.
this
I do
dude
not know
almost
if he's
died
ready.
and he's playing. Yeah, they definitely are gonna win.
Let's see, I'm not seeing anything saying that he will play, but knowing the script writers, it's going to be a last minute thing. He's going to be activated for the game. He's going to catch the game winning pick 6.
Oh no, Beckham Jr. out of nowhere playing like the last game last year was so weird to me. I was like, what happened? Where's he get? Wait, what?
He actually got signed. He got signed to the Rams like 3 weeks before
Yeah.
the playoffs started. Which even then, still was just like,
What are you doing?
Yeah, it was stupid. Like
I got love for OBJ. He's got some talent, but like
He's a
the
drama
catch
queen.
went to his head. The catch went to his head, and he's seen himself as such a commodity. When he's not bad, but he's not
good.
He's not
going to
Joe,
be signed
he's
to a
not Joe
team,
Burrow,
become their
so
AJ
no.
Brown. He's not going to become their Jamar Chase, their Cooper Kupp, their Devontae Adams, or Stephon Diggs. He's going to simply be Adam Thielen. He's going to be a Hunter Renfrow. I think that's eventually he's going to be like AJ Green on the Cardinals.
Yeah.
He's going to be like that 3rd, 4th string, getting 20 snaps with someone like Robbie Anderson.
Football.
Yeah, I mean, like he just got such a big head. Like I don't think he's gonna like fully find his place on a team.
Didn't he already say he would take like a minimum contract too just to play in the playoffs? He wouldn't play the regular season, he'd just play in the playoffs for whatever team would sign him.
And like I
He's
think he
talking-
said
he's
that,
talk-
and I understand.
He's talking about himself like he's some kind of team boost or a team buff.
Yeah, seriously.
Like if you get me, then you're gonna have plus 10 attack. Shut up.
Well, see, with that, I understand where OBJ is coming from because he's not a bad receiver. He can definitely improve a wide receiver room like the Ravens, who were playing with basically like XFL fucking wide receivers. But like a lot of things he's talked about while waiting to be signed by teams that he wants to find somewhere he can kind of plant roots for his own personal life because he's moved around
And who
so
did
much.
that?
He went from New York to Cleveland to Los Angeles. He wants to find, like, somewhere to plant his roots. And it's not entirely his fault because injuries did play a big part in, like, his career and why, like, his performance has declined. It's not entirely his fault, but he's a little bit of a prima donna, and his head's a little inflated.
He's
because of
definitely
that.
a cocky asshole, and that's the one thing I hate about football players.
I think it's overconfidence.
And
he can be.
He
He has
beat
a right
the
to be
Bengals
confident.
in the Super Bowl, which I'm upset.
Matt Stafford beat the Bengals.
No, OBJ did because he did catch a touchdown, and they technically fucking went up a touchdown and beat him by 4 points. So if he didn't catch that touchdown, they would have lost, and the Bengals would have won, and I wouldn't be so depressed.
I think if OBJ
we're gonna
was
win
there, I
this
think
one.
someone like Van Jefferson would have made that catch.
Nope, he wouldn't have.
Tyler Higbee or Van Jefferson.
No.
I mean, it wasn't like he made a spectacular catch.
Nope.
I think
That's what I was saying though. He's not like the biggest star he believes himself to be, but he's an improvement in the locker room. But I mean, like Van Jefferson could have made that catch, honestly.
Anyways, Odell, if you want to be on the podcast, that'd be great. We would love to have you on. You'd be a great guest. I'm a huge fan.
My mom was a Giants fan. She loves the Giants. She loves you.
I hate you.
I like
And
that.
I will make fun of you. I don't care how rich you are.
You're a crybaby.
Wah, cry baby.
George Pickens had a better catch.
He did. But
it's a team
Fake
sport. It's not like, you know.
yeah,
Somebody's got to throw him that ball. It's not like he's just like, I can play the whole team. Plus 10 attack.
But
Shut up.
OBJ's, I mean, his catch was 20% Eli Manning's throw because Eli Manning, he was capable of throwing really good throws. But the reach, the catch, the ability to keep himself in bounds, following through with the contact and the pass interference, 80% of that was OBJ at the time being super fucking skilled until
the last time I
injuries
checked, though, one catch alone does not win football games.
One catch does make a star, though, and we saw it.
Yep.
We'll see it again with George Pickens. We saw it with DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, AJ Green with the Bengals with that one deflected. I think it was deflected into his hands, the Hail Mary.
Chad Johnson knocking people's helmets off. See, that's the kind of receivers we need.
Jerome Simpson with the Bengals when he had that front flip touchdown.
Or should I say Chad Ochocinco? Did I say Chad Ochocinco or did I say Johnson?
You said Chad Johnson, but Chad Ochocinco.
Oh my god, dude. Using his maiden name like that? Jesus Christ.
Did you just dead name
You just
Chad
dead
Ochocinco?
name him, bro.
But yeah,
I think he went back to Chad Johnson.
I miss.
No, he's still Chad.
I think he's still
Ochocinco.
legally Chad Ochocinco, but I think he's like trying to use his his first name.
No, because he's right now he's a Madden
Oh,
ratings
well, on
adjuster.
his Instagram
And
page,
they still-
producer guy, it says Chad Johnson. It says Ochocinco at the top, but below it says Chad Johnson on his official Instagram page.
Have you ever heard him talk about that?
Yeah, he did it because he wore like a fake jersey before the pregame or something, and then the NFL fined him a certain amount of money. So he was just like, if I can't have Ocho Cinco as a joke on the back of my jersey,
I'll legally
I'll just legally change my name.
See,
to
that's the
Ocho
kind of
Cinco, and then
football
you
we
have to
need.
put it on. I mean, he was a dog, but
I
was talking
just
more
loved
about
watching that dude
him
play.
still going as Chad Johnson. Like he's still like on Instagram how it says Chad Johnson. He still does that because a lot of people still think of him as Chad Johnson, and I just made that up.
Yeah.
see, what the hell, producer?
Yeah.
We need facts. We need hard-hitting evidence. We're turning the show into
What
TMZ.
are we? Local news?
We do have the script, so.
Yeah, that is true, Chase.
Yeah, what the fuck, Terry?
What the fuck? Is Terry with you right now?
He's in the office here. Fuck you, Terry.
He fucking
fired.
He ran away.
What a little sad boy.
All right. Well, we're definitely
cried and
past the mile mark.
The team A.
Yeah. So, anybody have anything you would like to say? I guess we already finished this. So fuck you guys. We're not saying any more.
Fly,
no
you
more.
fools.
Don't even look. So, hey guys, thank you guys for listening. You can find this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, subscribe if you like what you're hearing. We also have the Patreon. $3 a month. I don't know why I did two first. $3 a month.
Only
$3.
three?
That's
Only
right,
three.
Gannon and Adrian. Only $3 a month, and you get access to exclusive content like Next Caller. New episode will be out soon, hopefully. Maybe we'll fucking record one right now if you guys are down. We also have Gannon's book, Death Our Friend. Second chapter is coming out very soon. I feel it in my tummy. And new show.
Now, does subscribing to the Patreon, does that get me into a tier 3 society?
It does.
Or is that?
We're not even at
Yeah,
tier 1 yet, brother. So we got some hoops to go through first.
So what you're saying is more people should subscribe to the
We need
Patreon.
more people to subscribe. If you love the podcast,
just-
if you listen to us every week, it's only $3 a month. It's not even a week. I would get it if it was a week, but it's only a month.
Right.
I pay for it. I don't actually. Sorry, that was a lie. I
36
because
bucks
I
a
get
year.
it for free because I own the account and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie.
You did,
but this
though.
is me being transparent. You know.
Yeah, what are we, TMZ?
What are we, TMZ? If you guys want access to this groundbreaking, hard evidence, hard stories, hard other things,
Whoa.
subscribe to the podcast. We also have a subscription model. It's only 99 cents on Spotify, I think. But you guys don't, I guess you guys don't have to do it because we aren't actually, like, there's supposed to be an ad that plays, but it doesn't play. Sorry, I'm kind of ranting. There's supposed to be an ad that plays before the fucking episode, but it's not. It's not working. So, I don't know. Whatever. But hey, guys, my name is Chase.
And I was and will always be Gannon.
All right, guys, peace out. Thank you, Adrian, for helping us along the way, and we'll see you guys later.
It's my job.
Bye-bye.
Bye.